Hello, everybody. It is Friday afternoon, and we have to prep for 2 Fridays from now when we are going to launch version 0.3 of this game, and people better like it. That is a threat. I think we... Ooh, what's that? No, I don't want to exit. I think I accidentally pressed Command Q or something. I'm not even sure. All right, so I think we said I'm just going to revert all of this stuff. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Baku. Hey, Thels. Hey, Darkstorm. So what do I have written down on this list? New play experience, pick and drop, remove it slower. Yeah. All right, get rid of the nudge label. I mean, I don't know if that's the most pressing thing. Let's just start up the game and see what needs to be done. It just always feels so uneasy around this time for some reason. Like, I'm not going to identify all the things and then people are going to play. So, all right, this is our first intro to the game. We just jump right in. We're not going to add the title screen. I don't think we're going to do anything about that in the next 2 weeks. Although we could. It's not that hard to add, right? We just have the logo in the background and show some text in the foreground. You have your different options. Yeah, I don't think it's super important. Worst case scenario, you make enough to cover the Steam upload and random things. Every video I watch on solo publish looks pretty grim. Yeah, that's not exactly what I'm talking about though. Well, maybe it's like vaguely related, but the trepidation I feel around this is like you have to be in the right lens to analyze if a new player is going to like your game unless you're doing user research. I just need to do more of that. I don't know. Never mind. Just ignore I even said anything right now. Moved to a new team internally a few weeks ago. One of the ladies I work with used to work at Microsoft. Small company. Bet you two knew each other. Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah. In fact, when I was at Microsoft, I would just ask people. I hadn't even known of a Thels there in the world at all. And I was like, you know Thels? And most people said yes. Every once in a while, they just kind of sneer at me. It lets you hire and level up adventurers. So you will have just seen a cutscene that shows you dying and coming back as a skeleton, and I guess ending up here somewhere, and then it would like fade to this, and you'd see this. Be like, okay, I guess I'm gonna build my guild. I don't think we should show the stuff up at the top though, other than maybe the game menu. We need to figure out what we're doing about, like, money could just be there floating somewhere in the top no matter what. That's fine. But then the game menu needs to be visible somewhere. And I guess maybe it could be some like thing at the upper right. What does Stardew Valley do about this? I don't actually remember. I think you have to open a menu and I think you have to press a button for that. I don't actually remember what the UI looks like. You've got your health bar and stuff at the bottom right. You've got, yeah, this is it. Yeah, so there is no way, from what I can see here, to open a menu at all. You have to use a controller. You have to know the button on the keyboard. And I think that's probably reasonable enough. If you press escape or something, like, isn't that what most people would probably try? Yeah. Because what do people need this for in the game right now? Not really all that much. And I think you would naturally press escape to try to get there. Maybe some games expect it to be F10. We could just have to be both. Because what I'm thinking is, can we just get rid of like anything else that's here? Move level up adventurers to the guild. Yeah. Adventurer skills, player skills. You die, so you open a shop. It's all explained in this thing. So if you scroll down to what's the story of the game, it should clarify it for you. Yeah, I think this is one of the things I want to do. I think bump the game menu out of this menu entirely and just have it be escape to get there. In fact, escape already gets there, doesn't it? So we can just delete it from the menu. Yeah. All right. But then the other ones we can't really get rid of yet. I guess level up adventurers, we would have to move to the guild master. And you'd have to know you have enough money to do it. Move game menu out of the town menu. Well, at least it's very easy to do that. Hey, Soy Pete. Welcome in. Thanks for the raid. And welcome, you viewers. I'm working on a game called Skeleseller. Oh, hey, Reformulate. Thanks for the sub. One gifted sub going to CM Griffing. I'm working on a game called Skeleseller, and I'm trying to figure out what I can improve for the new player experience. So feel free to ask any questions you might have. Take care, Pete. Thanks for the raid. Have a good meeting. I get the whole dine and dash. Not quite that. A shop has started out of spite of their own death and wanting to help others. Kind of love it. Yeah, pretty much. Like, how stupid is it that you died because of not having an antidote? Pretty stupid. All right, let's go take a look at the town menu, which has the menu button. Yeah, let's just delete this. And it's called menu button. Good. Menu button. Goodbye. 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 Show menu.invoke. Show menu. Yeah. And that's it. It's gone. So now you have one less thing on the screen to distract you. Yeah. And I think the next thing we should do is move level up adventurers out of here too. So let's go start messing with the guild master a little bit. I will check this stuff in. This is all good, right? Yeah. The snake is an Easter egg customer that comes in and buys the antidote. Yeah, a little bit delirious there. Did you read the ending of the game? Oh, that's not in the document. That's in a different document. Okay, you let me know what you think of this. The ending of the game. After beating the final boss, you get an antidote. An adventurer wanders into your town. They're slowly dying due to poison from a snake. You say, "I've got just the thing," and run to get them the antidote. They drink it. They don't seem at all surprised or grateful. Of course, there should be a shop that sells antidotes. The final scene is an extreme zoom in on your skeleton's face as it gets angry. Cut to the credits. What do you think of that? Because I love this. I think this is like the perfect end of the game. So up until then, you're not actually selling any antidotes. I think it's so good. Move game menu button. I want to cut down on how many actions there are you can take as a new player, and it feels natural enough that pressing escape would open the menu. No. We can't imply that they're common. They drop from bosses or something. Maybe you learn a recipe after that. I don't know. But if just all of your adventurers have them, I think that'd be like you died in vain. It can't be that you died in vain. You need to have a purpose. Nobody let Bells make games. Okay, so move level up adventurer to the guild master. The guild mazer. What am I doing here? There. Okay, so guild master has what exactly? It just has hire adventurers. So I guess after you've hired an adventurer, we can have it offer to level up your adventurers. It even says this here, lets you level up adventurers. Yeah. Okay, so we build that. The very first thing is, looks like you need to hire an adventurer. I can find one for you if you'd like. It'll only cost you 20 gold. So we can choose not now and hire. I have these adventurers available for hire. Choose one. We need the tooltips on these things. Yeah. Need tooltips on the guild masters adventurers. I think I have some code for this somewhere. All right, so you pick one of these. Now you've got it. It says, do you want to hire another adventurer? This one will cost you 20 gold. And that happens too. We want that to stop. Leaving the not now button clickable at the start of the game makes it feel optional. Yeah, we should probably do something about that too. You do need an adventurer to start. Prevent the guild master from letting you close the dialogue at the beginning of the game. And fix this problem with the guild master nudge. So now that you have an adventurer, send them into battle. Now that you have an adventurer, send them into battle. This is the rich text label in the guild master. Rich text label, new quest indicator. Where is this thing? Oh, there it is. Battle nudge. So if you had the dialogue open, this should not show. Spawn higher dialogue, spawn pay to higher dialogue. I guess if any dialogue is open, then we don't want this to show. Excuse me. But then we might want it to show right after that. Where does this happen? Started battle. This is hide it. We have a timer for 5 seconds after you hire an adventurer. This is true. So we don't want this to show if you already have a dialogue open. Okay. We don't have a way of seeing if you have a dialogue open easily. It's just nodes that exist. We could add it underneath a particular node in here. Guild master. Yeah, we could just put like a dialogue node. And then we could check the existence of that or the visibility of that. I guess just the existence of anything underneath it. Where do we add this right now? We just add it directly to this. Yeah. Okay, let's go do that. Control, this will be dialogue parent. Yeah. All right, private control dialogue parent equals null. Get that over here, dialogue parent. Make sure to make that unique. Then anytime we add a dialogue, we're going to add it to the parent. Done, done, done. Cool. Figured out how to crop the viewport when resizing the window or when someone is on an odd resolution. I got a problem because I don't know which one should I draw inside or outside the tile map, assuming it's cropped later. Are you talking about when you're at super large resolutions? Like you've zoomed out completely and then the window is just large enough to show you. How do I do this? Like there's some gray showing. Because this is just a problem. Left one leaves the grass. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about. But the blank space showing, if you are talking about this is something that we eventually need to just have something in the background there. And I was saying we could just have like a static image, like a skybox almost. I'm not sure. But yeah, if you're not talking about that, then I am not in the loop and we'll need you to explain. Okay, so the nudges should only show has started. So if make visible and this dot get children, get child count is greater than 0, then return. But then as soon as you were to hide... Oh, do we stop you from... This is a mess. This is just a mess. I think we need a state machine for this. Fade the battle nudge. Do we stop you from clicking the guild master? I don't think so. I'm not actually certain how this works. Let's try this out. Yeah, we have a bunch of little polish things to fix here. So you start, you get an adventurer. Can't click this anymore. Guildmaster on click. What's not set? Can't cast a control to a label. Well, whoops. I just forgot to change that from when I copy pasted. Talked about the FPS game I'm making the other day, but seeing your debug interface made me wonder, do you think it's better to have a specific debug functionality or implement a full dev console? I think it depends on what you need. If you have like a million commands, then a console is probably better. And if you have parameterized commands, then a console is probably better. So for example, let's say you have like 50 guns in the game, then saying something like grant and then whatever the gun name is, you know, some like pistol or something like that. Like that could be pretty good rather than having some like gun inventory menu and having to pick. So it's up to you. And I don't even think it's that bad to add a console, or that hard, I should say. And you could even add in like a scripting interface if you want. But it could just be something really simple with like a very basic command parser. If you have some cropped viewport, it'd look better if I let it go outside the tile map, but without showing it, like forcing the camera to not render anything. So, okay, here's, I guess the part that's confusing to me is that these two things should be like totally separate from the viewport problem. So just make the map look however you think the map should look, and let's worry about the rest of like what happens with a bad viewport. Let's worry about that later. Because it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna be a problem for later. So the right one? Yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, either one is fine. I guess the question is like when the window ends here, do you want to see the left side of this or don't you want to? And that's up to you. And yeah, having it not show implies that there's like more mountain continuing off to the side. I think I get what you're saying now, which is that this makes it look like there will be more mountain showing off to the side, but then as soon as you expand the viewport, you'll see, oh, there actually isn't. And another way we could kind of address this is just zoom in the camera a little bit more. Because if you have a monitor that's so big that you're seeing like 4 times the game world, then we should probably just zoom in for you. Okay, I gotta try running this again. So we do this, we hire the adventurer, we wait 5 seconds, which actually should be that amount of time. And now, yeah, we can't click this. I think we can't click this because the nudge dialog itself is taking mouse input. Well, we can test that. No, it is not taking mouse input. Why can't we click that thing in the back then? I don't know what's stopping us from doing that. Battle nudge. Oh, maybe this? No. Spawn dialog on click. Oh, if the battle nudge is visible, then just return. Okay, good. So that's working fine. Add a dev console to our app at work for our remote command interface. It's not a super hard problem to solve. Main worry is that it's possibly a slower debug cycle than just adding the do this thing button. Yeah, but that's something you'll realize as you're debugging. And actually, I've been doing this myself too lately. Like I needed invincibility, so I just put a button here. If this whole menu got to be like way too large, then maybe I'd make hotkeys or I'd make a search thing or I'd make, I don't know, something. Maybe eventually make a command console, who knows? The other nice thing about a command console, by the way, which I didn't really think about until just now, is that if you allow it to accept multiple commands, like let's say you have like switch level 5 and then a semicolon and like you know, grant armor and then a semicolon and then something else, you could copy paste in your whole like debug scenario and set up the entire game like camera dot look at whatever 5 comma 200. Hey monkey laughing at Thelsa's greeting. Okay, so I'm okay with this. That wasn't actually the problem we wanted to fix though. It was the other way around. Let's try that. So we build this, and before it can tell us anything, we click this again. Yeah. And now we wait, and it should not spawn the nudge dialog. But then as soon as we say not now, it really should spawn it. So it's got to be something that's on a timer to know if you've ever spawned this thing. This is where I think having a state machine would just be a good idea, because the guild master is going to have a lot of stuff it wants to say to you. It's VIP only chat time again. Hey, yo. Hey, VIP. All right, so yeah. Problem is that we need to show the nudge after you've closed the main dialog. Maybe we even wait 5 more seconds. Yeah, I just can't see doing this easily without a state machine. Are our state machines versatile enough to be used for this, I wonder? I feel like they should be, right? Why wouldn't they be? Yeah. The what? Should I look this up or no? I haven't heard of this. Ah, I see. I've heard of the other memes about this. I guess they really did expand this as much as possible. I still like the Sonic animation. He asks if Sonic's heard of Steve Jobs. That's a good one. Okay, I think we can use the state machine for this. So I think it's time to do this. Yeah. Because otherwise there's going to be a mess. I don't even know if it's worth checking in what I just did. We added a dialogue parent here. Maybe it is, maybe not. Just track if a dialogue is open. All right, so how about this? Let's plan what the states even are. So start of game, you're in just some like blank, it hasn't even been built. I guess start of game doesn't exist. And then you build the guild and now they exist. And they're just in like a, I don't know, beginning state. They just sit there with a quest indicator above their head. Yeah. Then when you click them, transition into like first time hire state. Show the hire dialog with no option to say no. Let's take a look. What's the joke? I think I'm just being dense right now. All right, so you go to hire. Do I have to click this twice or am I just not clicking it? I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Anyway, you wouldn't be able to say not now thanks to that. You hire the adventurer. Okay, so now you're in a state of just hired first adventurer. Hired first adventurer state. This is a state where you haven't done a battle yet. So if in this state for 5 seconds or more, then show a nudge about starting a battle. And then if you click the guild master, enter a showing hire or like non first time hire again, or choose action state. Yeah, something like this. Do you worry that my humor is broken? Oh man. All right, I like this idea. I'm gonna do this. We are definitely gonna get this to work, and we're gonna prove how easy this can all be. So the guild master gets a state machine. Hey, unknown. And then they get states with that state machine. The buy one, get one sort of deal. So in the guild master's ready, put this here. So state machine, we don't actually have any states yet. And what did I say that I want to start in? Beginning state? Beginning state. This is sure something. All right, now I gotta go code some states for them. Where are all of our other states? Game source states. Yeah, so let's do an in battle. We'll save this here under Guildmaster, I guess. NPCs, maybe? Yeah, and let's add another one under here like Guildmaster. Okay, what did I say it was called? Beginning state? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. All right, now you go into the right folder, dot something, NPCs.guildmaster. Yep. I feel like I've pigeonholed myself into encouraging these equipment jokes. I'm with Thals. I don't think it's being added. Wait a second. Look, this is a coded message. What makes you think that? What makes you think hat, sorcerer hat, the first piece of gear in the game? And pull back a mask. I'm the equipment maker. I am gonna stop sidetracking myself and I'm gonna actually code something. So this is the beginning state. And this is a state, I guess, just for the guildmaster. Namespace, but is used like a type. No, you can't call it guildmaster. Drat. I don't like that you can't name a namespace the same thing as a class. Okay, so we got to come up with a different name for this. I don't know what to call it. We could just put it in NPCs and call this like Guildmaster beginning state. Or just rename this to be Guildmaster states, I guess. I don't like the word states appears twice, but it fixes our problem, so let's not worry about it. Oh, except for I got to save this in here now. There. All right, so now that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, good. All right, they just sit there with a quest indicator above their head. Yeah, let's go set this up. New quest indicator. We need a way of showing or hiding it. Okay. Set new quest indicator visible. It's not really a new quest indicator, is it? It's just an action. Ambiguity between new quest indicator and new quest indicator. What is going on? Names of members and these should differ by more than case. I don't know what I just did to break this. I wonder if we just need to rebuild. The namespace is now different, so I don't know how this happened. Method must have a return. Oh, what? How did this happen? Oh, the entire guildmaster got saved in the beginning state. How did I do that? Oh my God, I have no idea what I'm. This is not a good afternoon so far. I have messed up some very basic stuff. Yeah, what did I do? I don't know I don't know how I messed it up. All right, let's copy paste this over here again and just fix this. Did I name something? Oh, I don't know. All right, NPCs, Guildmaster states. All right, this should be called beginning state. I know I already typed this up. I just clearly deleted it. And it's on the Guildmaster. And we have some functions here. This should just be an import. Good. All right, so new beginning state. This is the entire state machine should be keyed on the Guildmaster. So that means that these need to also have values here of Guildmaster, or types, I guess. And then this is name of, I just wrote this in my notes. Type of something dot name. Type of something Guildmaster name. And now we're just missing this. Doesn't know where that is. What? That's strange. Also, how is this partial? Why is this partial? Oh, he's an inherits from node. Yeah, of course. Checkpoint number 3. Yeah, it's going to be in 2 weeks from today. Yeah, maybe there is something else that's messed up here. I'm not sure. I don't see anything wrong, though, off the bat. I don't know, though, why we can't get this thing to get pulled in. It should just be a type that exists. Type or namespace cannot be found. I'll restart VS Code. This may not even be what's supposed to fix this. No, everything got fainter. Please reload to apply theme configuration. There we go. Is there a problem here now? Yes. Can we fix it? No. What? I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand. Why isn't it offering to fill this in? Yeah. It should ask if I want to just use this thing. I guess let's type it in. Using game source states, NPCs, Guildmaster states. If I got rid of this one, would that help? It still can't find it? Non-generic type cannot be used with type arguments. Okay, that's different at least. Maybe that's the whole problem that I was running into this whole time. I guess beginning state didn't have a type because it was hard-coded. Okay, well, then that was all pointless. So this can just be name of again. Ah, we did it. Okay. This was perhaps the hardest this has ever been. That was all incredibly easy stuff. And I don't know why it took me that long. Whatever. I'm glad. By the way, I'm not getting tilted. If for the next hour I keep running into problems, I think I would, but I'm still feeling fine right now. All right, so we have the beginning state. Let's... Where is my note? Oh, I deleted it. Oh no, I deleted it. This is why you don't write things in a buffer that you're just going to close. All right, so what are the states? Guildmaster states. The beginning state is just show quest indicator. click to transition to hire first adventurer. Yeah. Beginning state, when you enter, does entity.show quest indicator. Wait, set quest indicator showing? Yeah, this. True. Okay, so we show the quest indicator, and then there's a way where you click them and it should transition to another state. How do we do this in the adventurer? We call state machine.transition. This is probably not where this should be. Because the clicking is something that should probably be handled by the state itself, and it wouldn't know how to do that. We need there to be some like on click, and then the state could handle it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have a lot of code all over the place. Let's see where the clicking handles right. It's handled right now. Where is it? This isn't the right class. On click, here it is. Gonna have a simulated series of battles where you lose it. Yeah. Yep. And I kind of want to make some custom music just for that too. It's like scoring a movie. It's probably gonna be very difficult. So yeah, here's where I don't want to have some like we're in a special state and we do something here, but we need to eventually know how to transition out of this. So how do other states do this? I guess they're all automated and that's how they do it. Something like worker wander. It has a state process that knows what to do. So what I'd like to do then is that a state in our case could have some sort of like was clicked, but the only way that we would know that it was clicked is if something passes it into that. Maybe we could extend state machine and add that in. We make like a guild master state machine. So it would extend this class. We would have a click event that we could then pass into here, which would then just filter it to all of the states that need it. Okay. Did the person open sourcing Botland stream? Yes, they did not have their VOD online until a day or two ago, I think. And it was Eltman who was doing that. In fact, let me make an Eltman command if I don't already have one. I think there's a Botland command that now mentions, yeah. So acom Eltman, twitch.tv/Eltman is in the process of open sourcing Botland on their channel. The process started on whatever the first Saturday was, the 7th, on September 7th, 2024, and it will probably last, it'll probably take a few months. Yeah. Yeah, I think their plan is to stream every Saturday, and they just said to me, I think yesterday, that they might add in an extra session here or there. But it was very cool to see. They're in the very early phases right now, so it's very much like sort of research and just doing some legwork and not like, you know, getting a game up and running just yet. The fact that you added keyboard too. I forgot about this. Okay, I'm gonna try doing this. We're gonna try extending this whole thing. Guild master state machine. This is just a state machine with a click. State machine T t:\node. This is a guild master state machine. And it'll call into base. Can I just delete all this stuff? We don't even need a special constructor for this, do we? Guess we could just use the primary constructor. Does it even tell us that? Yes. All right, states, initial state name, entity. Okay, so don't need any of this stuff. And we just have some like public void process or like clicked. Yeah. And then we just pass this to the right state in the state machine. What do we have right now that does that? Oh, easy peasy. What is this override? Ah, from node. All right, so we don't need an override here. We just need this to be clicked. We don't need to pass in anything. We do current state dot state clicked. It's kind of weird. Maybe just clicked. All right, current state needs to be made protected. There it is. Probably all the stuff needs to be made protected. In fact, what else do we have that's private here? Set current state. Maybe this stuff can stay private. Okay, now state needs to contain a definition for this. This means we actually need like guild master states here. It's kind of weird. Maybe I should have just put this directly into the state machine itself. Well, I guess the other characters didn't need this. Maybe we should rename this to like, well, I'll just write this at the end. Rename it to something like guild master, or sorry, rename guild master state machine to something like state machine with clicks. Yeah. So we need different kinds of states here. What is the generic T in the state machine? The thing that the states act on. So in this case, it's a guild master. So I guess this really doesn't need to be generic. This is just gonna like this. Although if we're gonna rename this, it would need to be generic, so never mind. Okay, so this cannot be just states. This needs to be something like state with click handler. And then we generate a class for that. And this needs to extend state. Missing partial. Current state is the wrong type though. Oh my God. Okay. I think what we need is to make the state machine itself generic for what kind of states it can take. Could then extend from state machine guildmaster or something. Yeah, although really what this represents is a state machine with a clicked handler. So I should just rename this to like state machine with clicks. But the more I think about this, the more I think we should just have generic states here. Might be difficult. So we'd say something like, what do you use as your next type argument, I wonder? Generics. Because we can have multiple generics, right? But what do people use if they've already used T? I don't know. I'll just call it U. Can I genericize a generic? Or T node U colon state? I don't even know how you do this. Or if this is even a smart idea. Multiple generics? Yeah, you need 2 where clauses. Does not define type parameter U. Does this work? This is nuts if this actually works. For type parameter u cannot be used with type arguments. Okay, no, it cannot work. T1, T2, T3. Okay. Okay, let's say what I was trying to do is even possible. Is a good idea. So I was thinking you could just have a state machine that knows what kind of states it wants to handle. And it passes these in. But no, you can't make a generic of a generic. C sharp type parameter generic on another type parameter. Maybe that's not needed because that's part of you. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah. Prefix generic type parameter name u with t. Okay, so t1, t2. Yeah, we got to do that. t1, t2. T2, t1, t1. It's ridiculous. This is so ridiculous. Okay, so state wouldn't contain a definition for this, which is why this will never work. But what I was thinking of doing is having the base class take these types in. So this would be a state machine where we parameterize what the states are too. I can like kind of picture how this would all work. I don't know if this is a good idea. Okay, let me think about that. I think we need to change how this whole thing is parameterized. So instead of a state t, it'd be something that inherits from state. But how would that help us here? Because here we would know that our type is generic and would have a clicked thing here. In our case, we don't want this to be generic. We want the root one to be generic. All right, I'm gonna try this. This is just such a mess. It's like I'm stopping myself from even trying it because I'm not certain that it's gonna work. And I want to think about this too. This is not something that I need to be generic, but it's because it's named the wrong thing right now. This is really like state machine with clicks. And we have state with click, yeah. And the reason this doesn't work is because this is not the right kind of state. Because T2 in this case, this is actually not generic. Yeah, we don't care about this being generic. We only care about T1 being generic. T2 is going to be I read only list state with click handler. Yeah. Okay, yeah. I think I got this. Now I go into state machine and I change that the way I wanted to change it. So this is T2. T2 colon state T. All right, so anywhere we had state T is going to be replaced with T2. I don't know about the generics conventions. No overload matches delegate state T transition event handler. Where does transition exist? State itself has it. Oh no, what am I doing wrong? Oh, this? Because what? This needs to be parameterized as well. So oh my God. All right. Let me let me see. There's got to be some way to get this to work. Transition doesn't match the delegate of this. The state is a T2, which is just something that inherits from that thing. So we need the same generics when we do this. Transitioned event handler. Where does this come from? Ah, it comes from this. And why doesn't that match? I think it's a problem with generics. I thought you wanted a click state T colon state T. Yes, I do. I want that over here. That transition is of type T2. Okay, hold on a second. Yeah, no, I was going to say that doesn't make sense to me. But what also doesn't make sense is this part. I'm going to try rebuild. This part shouldn't be erroneous, but the other part definitely should be. So I know this is not fixed yet. This requires 2 type arguments. Yeah, so here we would say state with click handler T1. This would also be T1. Base class is less accessible. How's that possible? No, it's not less accessible. Just because of this thing? Okay, what is this? State node 2D. And this is going to need to get replaced everywhere. I still don't know about the accessibility problem that it's talking about. What task am I doing now? I'm trying to make the Guildmaster's dialogue better. And in order to make it better, I need a state machine. The problem is my current state machine doesn't have a way of handling clicks. So what I want is the Guildmaster has states like, just met you state and, greeting state and help you out state and those sorts of things. And when you click them, you should be able to transition between them. The logic to figure out whether you should transition should be in each individual state. And clicking it should be something the states know how to handle. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Extra wander regions helped? Yeah, I knew we would need more of those. Looks nice though. All right, where do we stand with this? Talking about the accessibility thing. Base class is less accessible than this class. I just don't know what it means by that because the base class is the exact same definition. Maybe because of this? Oh, it was because of that. Yeah. Okay, and now there's just this problem, which we say that this is a state guild master. Oh my God, if this even works. Like I said, I don't know if it's a good idea, but I think it might actually start to work. The game loading right now, it didn't load anyway, but I was gonna say that would not be proof that it worked. Using generic type requires 2 type arguments. Yeah, this needs to be done everywhere. State of node 2D. And same thing here, state of customer. Thousand workers kind of lags your PC, yeah. Have you ever tried defining transitions as pattern match on a tuple of states? Um, no, but I could see why you'd want to do that. I think it all depends on how you want to define your transitions. For me, there's going to be enough logic. Actually, no, I guess that wouldn't make a difference, right? You're just saying, like, say state A goes to state B. Yeah, you'd still need logic behind how they transition, though. Excuse me. Of course, two type arguments. I did this. What's the problem here? Oh, there's no problem. All right, well, are characters walking around and stuff? They are. Are they picking up items? Where's grant items there? Whoa, that was super laggy, which means it must be breaking like crazy over here. Yeah. Need a state with handler guildmaster. Yeah, I haven't actually finished the guildmaster stuff yet. I just want to see if this would build. And it built, but then this turned into a problem. Although, why did this turn into a problem? What did I do wrong here? Oh, right, I got rid of the transition thing. Because I couldn't figure out how that was supposed to work. Transition event handler takes in a state T. In our case, it's something that extends from a state T. Yeah. Wait, which should be fine. Why is it not working? Hey Grace, what I'm working on? I'm working on trying to improve the new player experience, and I am struggling quite a lot with trying to make these state machines work correctly. I can't figure this out. I guess it's not the same T that we need here. We probably need to say that this is a T. Can we even do that? Has the same name as, oh, we wouldn't need to do that though. This is T colon node. This is also colon. Oh, I don't know what the problem is. I don't know. Out of curiosity, can you fix this? Did it do anything? Like, what? What happened to Copilot? Did it change anything? I don't even understand what this did, if anything. Oh, I guess it was still working that whole time. Did it change? Oh, it changed this. On transition. Oh, wait, is that the problem? It's on transition that doesn't match? Oh my God. I did not realize that's what it was trying to tell me the whole time. Okay, that was stupid. So this is just... No, this is still a state T. If I do that, that should be literally exactly the same thing. Apparently it's not. Did I fix the workers? Oh, the workers getting stuck? I think so. I think that was a fleeting bug for something that was like sort of unrelated. I'm not totally sure though. Is this causing any issues? Are they like totally flipping out when they... No, it looks like it's working fine. Oh my goodness. I made this monstrosity of a generics forest over here, and I think it's actually going to work. Okay, let's back up. Now we have this, and if I were to go make the beginning state inherit from that thing, state with click handler, then now we could have a click function in here, right? This is nuts. Nuts. All right, I'm gonna just print out, you clicked me. Good job. Now over here, we need a way of handling clicks. So state machine.click. No, don't you dare do this. It's state machine with clicks there. Now, what does this take in? T1. T1 is a node type, which is a guild master. All right, now try and stop me. Clicked. Okay, yeah, I think that's that. So look for variants with generics. I don't think, I guess I just didn't understand why it didn't work. So if you're suggesting that it has to do with variants. Plus a conversion of classes that implement these interfaces. Oh, it can't tell that they're identical, I guess? Yeah, I would need to investigate that a little bit more. Okay, so when I click the Guildmaster now, it should say that you clicked the Guildmaster. You clicked me. Oh my God, it worked. It worked. Wow, what a struggle. Jeez. Okay, is this a good idea? I feel like it might be, but let's code some of this and figure out if it's good. So what are we supposed to do from this state? Show quest indicator, click to transition to hire first adventurer. What do we want to do? We don't have like a show dialogue generic, do we? No. I guess we spawn the hire dialogue in that case. This is not public. Could be made public. And we don't need to check to see if this exists or not because there'd be no handler for clicking the Guildmaster in this case, right? Yeah, hey, game design. You make state.transition generic or something that extends state T instead of state T. I think they should be the same though. I'm not sure. I'm doing well. I'm like slowly making progress over here. So this is public. I don't think we need this anymore. I don't think we should have any of this stuff probably, but maybe we should just try this out. So we don't need the you clicked me thing here. Then clicking this thing should be impossible. When we leave, we should probably hide the quest indicator. Where do we do that? Quest indicator. Here it is. That's on hired though. But you can't close this dialogue. So I guess stop this as soon as we leave this state. No, stop it as soon as we spawn the hire dialogue. Yeah. Because there's no reason to show it anymore. Oh my goodness. Okay. Where'd the Guildmaster go? There. All right, so this isn't needed. All right, this would be in a dialogue. So now what's happening? We're transitioning into a state where we're waiting for you to use the dialogue. I guess that's practically equivalent to me modifying the state to make it so that you just can't click the Guildmaster. Public bool is clickable. Get set equals true. Yeah, and then put this down here. If is clickable, then allow the clicks. Yeah. All right, then in here, once this thing is open, entity.is clickable equals false. So now we spawn the hire dialogue, and now you're going to say yes to that. Click to transition to hire first adventurer. Oh, that's even different from what I thought. I guess we would transition states, and then in the new state, we would spawn a dialogue and then keep track of whether you can click in this state. Okay, interesting. But you could leave this state and go back to that. Yeah. All right. I think I got this all clear in my head. I think. Just feel like hard coding state T instead of T2 and on transition could lead to issues. Maybe not. Seems to be working now. Yeah, I am not actually sure because I just kind of ignored that completely. So let's find out. This is a state T. We know that we have to take in a state T there, I guess. I guess the problem is that it's like generics across different classes, which I guess why Max was talking about the variance here. Where is that state machine? On transition. So this fails because this doesn't know. State transitions just has a state T, which by the way, that's what this is. So that's why I guess, yeah, if you change this, it might be a problem. Like if I change this to a state sprite 2D, for example, actually, let's make it a state, I don't know, zap or something like that. Now this will fail. Delegate state zap transition handler. And if I change this to be state zap, it will succeed. Yes. So, well, at least this one will. So now why can't I use T2 in here? Because that's what this is. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Hey, Vibe Hub. Yeah. Would we notice a problem if we did change this? Like if this were state node or state T, I guess. Yeah, I think it would cause an issue anyway. Yeah, so then I don't think we have a problem here with how I've done this. We turn this back to T. Everything should get fixed. I think I got to be more granular with states though. So clicking here should just transition you to a different state. Can it be written as transition handler U colon state T? Oh, I think I see what you're saying. So we need another generic in the state class then? I'm not sure it's worth doing, that's all. Only because I don't think there can be a problem. Because as soon as you change one of the types, it's going to cause an error in the method. What was the extra generic for anyway? For allowing a state machine to have any kind of state in it. So the basic state machine has states that just have functions like process and physics process. But then I need a state machine that allows for clicks. And there's no click handler here. And maybe in the future, someone needs a state machine that's like when entities get close to them, they can change states. Although you'd probably just do that in process. Okay, well. Can't you have a generic only in the method? Semantics would be past something that extends from state T, not necessarily a state T. Yeah, so that's ideally what I would want to do. But I think the problem is that this delegate is in a different class and it somehow doesn't seem to know how to compare these. Can't normal state handle clicks? It wouldn't know when something is clicked. There'd have to be some connection to the entity such that the entity is always clickable, and that's not necessarily going to be the case. I guess here's what I'll do. Let me paste this online because it might be easier to see it if it's a gist. New gist. Okay, so this is state.cs, I think. Yeah. And then we have state machine. Yeah. All right, state T versus T2. All right, so there's the gist. And yeah, I don't know why we can't just use T2 right here. Current state is a T2, right? I don't even think that's the problem that we're coming across. No, it's all a problem with just this definition right here. That this doesn't know what T2 means. And to get it to match, no, we'd have an infinite loop if we did that. Yeah, I don't know. I can't figure it out. And I don't think it'll be a problem. What do we even use this for? We get the current state, that's all, just to check equality. And we can check equality because we know the types are the same. Oh, I guess the concern is that we wouldn't be able to transition out of here because the types might not be the same. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I cannot wrap my head around this right now. I'm going to go back to this. We're going to try to make another state here. I'm just going to move on for now. But yeah, if I need to deal with that again, maybe I will ask AI. The first time I asked it to just fix the code, it did a... Well, actually, maybe it didn't do a bad job. I don't even remember what it did. No, it pointed out to me that I was looking in the wrong area. So I think it did help. All right, what are we doing? When you click, we just transition to the next state. That's all. So it's just like pick up item. Should have a transition in here, yeah. We're going to do the same thing with that. We're going to transition to a new state that we're going to call, what are we calling this? Hire first adventure. Hire first adventure. All right, when you enter this state, we want to spawn the hire dialog. And we want to set that we're not clickable anymore. And that's that. So there is no need for clicked here. We need the beginning state still. Beginning state is just going to set this to false and then just transition. Yeah, this transitions to hire first adventurer. And then the guild master needs the hire first adventurer state. So we have beginning state, hire first adventurer. Okay, I think we're good. Let's try it out. Hey Aurelio, sounds like you need to look deep into the Godot code base and how C# processes that. I don't really think there's an issue, to be honest. Let's find out. If I click the guild master, it should spawn a dialogue. It spawned 2 dialogues. Oh, right, because I didn't delete the old code. There's still this happening, spawn dialogue. Just get rid of that. Okay, and I'm pretty sure it's not gonna fully work, and I forgot why, but we'll find out. Yeah, so I have 2 adventurers. For hire, choose one. Wait, shouldn't it have said something else before that? Should it have? I don't even remember what used to happen. I guess we could stash everything I just did and take a look again. Really should have taken a picture. Get stash. All right, we'll spawn a new game. Why is it complaining about state machine? I stashed everything, right? Oh God. Oh God. Why is it complaining about this? Oh, because of this code that exists. Okay, I wanted to stash everything, I guess. Get stash pop. How do you stash untracked files? Get stash include untracked. That's how. Okay, so now we should have no changes. Now when we run this, it asks to build the guild. Yeah, that is what I was looking for, I guess. But I'll just take a look now. I just want to take screenshots each step of the way. So step 1 is assign. I don't need to take a screenshot of that. This is the first screenshot. So old flow was this, leading to build, which is just the the thing shows up. Then you click this. I don't know if I saw this before, but maybe I just absentmindedly clicked through it. What's the name of the game? It's called Skeleseller. Okay, let me get to this. Also, welcome in, Skips. I don't see it. You don't see what? Okay, so now we're done taking pictures of that. Now I can stash pop. Hopefully this includes the untracked files. Yep. You did not see that dialog. Okay, yeah. Yeah. It's possible it didn't show up. And it's also possible that it's like a dead simple thing to fix. I haven't actually looked into it yet. I click build. Okay, so this is all the same so far. Then I click this and it should say, yeah. So we did not see the right dialog. So what used to happen that is not happening? We just called spawn dialog, which is spawn pay to hire and then spawn hire. Which one says whatever text is on here? Looks like you need to hire an adventurer. Looks like you need. This is the pay to hire. Oh. Oh, it actually does cost you money. I forgot about that. Okay, my bad. You don't get anything for free. Yeah, whoops. Okay, so this is not hire first adventure. This is pay to hire first adventure. I totally forgot. Hire first adventure. So we're going to make a pay to hire first adventurer. Pay to hire. Guild master. Hire first adventurer dialogue. All right, now what happens in the pay to hire thing? We got to make this public. We got to delete this. We got to do a bunch of other stuff. Don't care yet. Pay to hire first adventurer. It's going to do spawn pay to hire dialogue. Set this to not be clickable. And then we also want to hide a certain property of that dialogue. But let's see if this looks good so far. Build, click. Yep. No, wait, that's not right. I never transitioned to the right state. I forgot. The beginning state needs to go to the pay to hire adventure. This is going to be so much cleaner when this is done, I think. There we go. Looks like you need to hire an adventurer. Okay, so now what we want is for this to not show up. Not now, thanks. This is the close button in what? The pay to hire adventure dialogue? Pay to hire adventure dialogue. Close button. Yeah, we just want that to be invisible or deleted. Probably just deleted. So do we have a way of getting that dialogue? The guildmaster should have it. Spawn pay to hire dialogue. Here it is. Yeah, maybe we just pass in bool show close button. And when we initialize it, we pass in the show close button thing. And if we do not have that, if not show close button, then close button dot hide. I don't think hide is correct because I think it's going to still take up. Maybe not actually. Maybe that'll work. Let's just see. All right, next up, when you call this function, which is called from here, which we don't care about, so delete this. And it is called from one other place. Here. Wait, what's the name of the argument? Show close button. We don't want to show the close button. Oh, great. Also, Shababble, I'm going to give you a point for paying attention. Looks like you need to hire an adventurer. Yeah, no close button. So there's no way to get rid of this dialogue. So you have to pay money. I'm fine with that. I have these adventurers available for hire. Choose one. We need tooltips on this eventually, but you click hire and you get your adventurer. So there's the rogue way over to the side. We gotta change where that spawns. Now this nudge thing needs to be different too. Oh man, I can't believe this. Okay. So spawn the new adventurer close to the guild. Maybe have the portal be nearby. And they come from the portal. So you hire your first adventurer, and when you get done, we need to enter into a state. After hiring an adventurer, we need to tell you about battling, but not if you click the guild master again. So what should the state be that they're in? Maybe something like hired first adventurer, waiting for first battle. I think that's a good first state. So in this state, if you click them, it spawns a dialogue saying like, "Whoa there, I just found someone for you. Why not send them into battle?" Something like that. And if you don't click, then it spawns the nudge dialogue saying that anyway. And you leave this state when you battle, when you enter a battle. Yeah. Okay, waiting for first battle. Let's go code that. New waiting for first battle. Okay. Why am I typing this? All right, so what happens in this? If you click them, it spawns a dialogue. So we need to make them clickable. And when clicked, to do spawn dialogue about how you just hired someone. And to do start a timer to nudge the player if they haven't started a battle. All right, I think that's good. So what happens when you click them? We want to spawn a dialogue, which I guess should be a different state. Maybe transition into the tell player about battle. Leave the state when you enter a battle, and then the state you would be in is just like normal waiting around state. Normal state. I don't even know how I should call it that. Or like standby state, standby, waiting for click, waiting for interaction. I'll just call it standby, I think. Clicking will spawn a dialogue about hiring or leveling up. And yeah, that's it. Call it inactive. Inactive makes it sound like it couldn't be made to do things though, whereas standby makes it sound like it just isn't doing anything right now, but can still do stuff. Oh, I appreciate the suggestion, police, and welcome in. Okay, so if you click them, we spawn a dialogue saying whatever, blah, blah, blah. Let's see if we have that dialogue. Where is that dialogue? So we spawn dialogues here. These are like special dialogues. We should have just kind of a generic dialogue that's got a message in it. I can see this being more and more of a problem. This won't be C# generics though, at the very least. Yeah, so need to make a, what do you call this, like a text dialogue? Yeah. You customize the message and the close button text. All right. So let's go make that dialogue. Wait a second. Didn't we do something like this already? Apparently not. Thought we had a generic dialogue component that I started instantiating into other scenes. Was it signposts that do that? What does this? Guild sign. It was signs that do this. Also, this thing is messing up because lightning is showing everywhere. So I got to do the same thing with dialogues so that all of our dialogues look the same, because they are the same general idea everywhere. We have these 4 containers at the top, and then a button section at the bottom, and then some content. And the content can just be made to be customized every time. I feel like I should, we have dialogue box. Oh, this is for NPCs though. But this is sort of similar to what I was talking about. What if you want 2 buttons? We can make that part customizable too. Because yeah, I guess most of the dialogues do want 2 buttons. Eventually, we got to make our dialogues look like some sort of in-game world dialogue, like what Funky Monkey was talking about, leather or stone or wood tablet or something. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, this one has 2. All right, we're not going to worry about that for right now, actually. I'm going to do that afterward. This should be a refactor. Play the VBA in Excel. It's way too long for a simple task. You know, those are things that I find AI is actually pretty decent at. Break time. It'll be break time in just a bit. I really should have probably taken a break. I was kind of struggling my way through this stuff. But for now, let's make a text dialogue. Call this text dialogue. Do we even need much of a script? I guess we still need to know when a button is pressed, so yeah, we will. Source, scene scripts, text dialogue. Is it its own class or is it an attribute on the NPC? In this case, it's its own class because we need the presentation layer to be different from what the content is. So this is going to be like dialogue text goes here, and then buttons go here. Maybe just a close button. Close text, close button. Okay. So we want to instantiate this with a label and a close button. Just copy this, I guess. Text dialogue. Label, close button. We need to know when you close this. On closed. Okay, so ready, init, string label, string close text. All right, delete pretty much everything. Just have the AI fill this in. It's not hard. Yeah. On dispose, we don't have anything we need to do on dispose. We don't need any of this stuff. Queue free the dialogue and call on close. Okay. There's our very simple dialogue. Now, what do we want to spawn this with? Whoa there, I just found someone with you, blah, blah, blah. And what state are we in? Waiting for first battle. So when you click them, spawn a dialogue. Guildmaster has this. We added a dialogue parent. We also position it. I'm gonna write a public void spawn text dialogue, which takes in the label, the close button, close text. And just copy paste this for now. I'm not trying to do this cleanly yet. Scenes, town, text dialogue. Add it, initialize it. When you close, we're going to indicate somehow that this closed. We could return the dialogue from this function and then have the state know when it closed. That could work. Public text dialogue. Turn instance. Hey, cat like sleep. Okay, now we spawn this from waiting for first battle. Entity. All right, this is going to say something like this. And your response is going to be okay. And we need the dialogue so that we can know when you closed it. All right, there's going to be a problem here, won't there? Which is you can leave this state. Yeah, you can leave the state without ever removing this. So let's get this to work correctly. Private void on close dialogue. And so we just put this here on close dialogue. And then subtract this from here. Good. Save this here. And then make sure that this thing actually exists. If dialogue is not null. Hey, Mystical Cell. I am starting to do better than this stream started out originally. All right, when you close the dialogue, should anything even happen? Why did I even do this? I guess, oh, I guess we need to restart the nudge timer. To do restart nudge timer. This could have been a different state though. Yeah, why did I do this? We could have made some like warn about or be snarky about first battle. Could be a state. Oh yeah, I already wrote that. Tell player about battling. Yeah, and then we don't need to do double duty here. Yeah, we should go back to waiting to first battle. When closing the dialogue. And that's why we need about closing now. Yeah. Go back to waiting for first battle. We can nudge the player. Okay, so this needs to be a different state. Do we have the other state? Where are the states? Here they are. So this will be tell player about battling. Okay, now this is the one. You're clickable in this state. No, you're not clickable in this state. And all you do is you spawn the dialogue immediately. And when you close it, you go over to here, which leaves the state. So we transition into a different state. Beginning state has a transition in it. We're going to go back to waiting for first battle. Oh, okay. I think we're good. Yeah. So now waiting for first battle. You happen to be clickable, but when clicked, you just go into the next state. Tell player about battling. When you leave this state, there is no dialogue anymore. There's no on close dialogue. And we just need a timer here. We had a timer somewhere else. Yeah, here it is. I'm going to try this out. It's almost as if you're using Vim. I'm not using Vim or Vim Motions even. It's just a couple of combinations of things. One is I use a special script. I have this in the programs command, which is this. So I use a special script that lets me go between windows really quickly. So if you see me bounce between like Chrome or my terminal or Chrome, sorry, or VS Code, that's all from these. So just Alt and a number. This is from Windows days where Windows key and a number is going to go to that numbered program on your taskbar. And Mac just doesn't have something like that built in. So I just wrote something. And then also the Command P just going between different files. All right, so we want to start a timer here. This won't work. We'd have to make a private void start timer and then call that from here and ignore the result of this because this is async. Okay, then we make a timeout, private void timeout. Scene tree timer. What? This is not what I want. Yeah, this is not what I want. We don't need to do anything else after this. This is not the same kind of timeout. Oh yeah, that on Windows is great. By the way, if you press it multiple times, like let's say you have 2 Chrome windows open and Chrome is your first program and you press Windows key 1 multiple times, you'll switch between the windows that are open. Has to return a task. Oh yeah, that's right. There we go. All right, so we wait for 5 seconds and then I don't know, just print something out. Print hello world. I want to see what happens though, because when we leave the state, this should not happen. All right, I'm gonna try running this. Yeah, Windows does window management really well, I would say. I liked it. VS Code, I don't really have anything special. Not really, no. I do have some things. The one that people comment on all the time is called VS Code eval. And I use this, it's just a JavaScript eval function. So if you type something like 15 plus 23, it'll evaluate it for you. And if you type something like this is cool.repeat 80, it'll evaluate it for you. But where that's really nice is when you have, let's say something like life equals 50, max life equals 150. You're like, you know what, these numbers should really be like times 3 each. So you just multiply them both by 3 here and you don't need to do the math yourself. I'm gonna press it 6 times to get to the Twitch tab. App has a window menu in this menu bar. You usually also navigate between windows with shortcuts. Yeah. Yeah. I'm new here. What's the series? The series of what? Oh, you mean like what am I working on? I'm working on a game called Skeleseller, which I'll show you really quickly. First, let me not lose my context here. Hang on. I want to see if this is working. So I build this, I click hire, and then I click this. Ooh, it's not doing anything. All right, are they at least going to tell me? Yes, they are. I don't know what state they're in right now. Thought you maybe had some shortcuts to go faster to the end or beginning line. Oh, all the built-in ones, yeah. So I have home and end to go to the beginning and end of the line, and then command up and down to go to the beginning or end of a file. Those are just built in though. Those are on most text editors too, not just Vim. Anyway, okay, so ignoring this, this is a game about running a town and sending adventurers into battle and getting items from those battles. So when I click start battle up here, we enter a battle. This is the rogue fighting a bat. The battles are automated. A lot of this is pretty laid back. And when they win that battle, items will pop out of the portal and you can go sell those items in your town. So here we have an alchemist shop and I put my potion in and customers will come over and they can buy these items. And then with the gold, you can upgrade your shop, upgrade your town, upgrade your adventurers. So we're earning some small amount of money from this. And you can send your adventurer back into battle here. And you eventually, you unlock more adventurers. You get to like stronger battles you can fight in. Yeah, there's a lot going on here. Sorry, I'll zoom in so you can actually see this. There we go. So I have the warrior, cleric, and mage here. And we could, put points in their skills and modify them. And yeah. Thanks, Miami. Yeah, in 2 weeks, this will be playable again. And then it'll be free to play in 2 weeks. But when we finally launch it, it's going to cost some money. And yeah, we're just trying to make sure the new player experience is good. So somewhere we're stuck in a state. I'm not even sure what. So I'm going to just put some prints here. Entered, waiting for first battle. And what's the other one? Tell player about battling. This is tell player about battling. Okay, so what is happening? We set this to clickable, and then it should transition to tell player about battling, which is what should spawn a dialogue. For some reason that didn't happen, but this part happened. I don't know why. Yeah, let's try this again. Hey, 9-to-5 office worker. Not able to speak anymore. Jeez, hey, Rami. All right, so we build this. We hire an adventurer. We should transition into the... we should have been waiting for first battle. Oh, we're not because... Oh, I think I know what's happening. Yeah, I know what's happening. Totally in Saturday already? You mean mental state? Or like actually time-wise it is Saturday for you? All right, I know what's happening and it's this. We have a timer in here. This should not be here. Oh, both. Mainly mentality, yeah. This doesn't need to be async. This doesn't need to even exist, to be honest. On hired adventurer. Invoke it from the guild master. As paid for next adventurer falls. Hey, Altman. Altman, I just made a command for you. If you want me to change it, do let me know. I should probably write something about mostly Saturdays. Yeah. Okay, so let me think. We need to know when you've actually accepted the dialogue. Should the guildmaster even own this? Possibly not. What does it mean for them to own this? We need unhired adventurer, but unhired adventurer could be made public, I guess. It already is public. Okay. That's great. Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, spawn hire dialogue. Let's go change wherever this is called here. And let's maybe write it directly into this. Hey, Dev. Dev, how do you pronounce the first part of your name? Because I could think of like 5 different pronunciations. So rather than me try to guess, how does a dumb American say your name? APX? Because I will happily add it to my name pronunciations list. This is a Polish one. I don't know. I'm gonna check. Is Zyke close to it? Darkstorm is rolling over laughing right now. Do I have one for you? No, I think if I pronounce your name correctly the first time, I probably don't write a thing for you. Yeah, I don't have a thing for you here. Kinda. Okay, I'm gonna say Zyke then. And we're gonna if that's close enough and you're not offended by it, then that's what I'm gonna do. I remember when you had my name. Yeah. We got a whole bunch. 5 of. Funny. In English, is okay, cool. Gotcha. It's like, what's my ID? I'm using VS Code. Oops. Programs. uh Backing up to when I was actually thinking clearly, let's go to this private void show dialog. This should happen as soon as you enter this thing. In fact, I guess it could just be in, yeah, whatever, it's fine. Show dialog. Okay, so go get all of this. Dialog parent, I don't think we're gonna do. Yeah, I think we're gonna delete that. Doesn't look like VS Code. Maybe the theme's different. The theme might be a little bit different. I also try to hide pretty much everything because all I really want is the command palette, which I just summon when I need it. Do you consume much on YouTube? I do. It's mostly, I'd say, like video game content and comedy stuff. Is there anything else? I think that's pretty much it. And the video game stuff is typically Hearthstone, StarCraft 2, Smash. I think just those 3 really. And the comedy stuff is a bunch of just individual channels I've subscribed to. No, I do not watch Rarin. I've seen like 2 of his videos. I don't dislike him. I just don't tend to watch. That's all. Is it Zen mode with just the file tabs? I don't think it is Zen mode. I don't know. No, yeah, there's a proper Zen mode here. No, yeah, I don't tend to use that. How do I get out of this mode? I thought it was KZ. Oh, it's K, not Command Z. Command K, regular Z. Do I watch Primogen? I think it's just Primogen. I don't tend to watch any real software and game dev stuff, which I feel kind of bad about. But I tend to not find it very interesting. Also, when I watch stuff on YouTube, I tend to watch at 2x speed. And watching any live stream then feels like I'm watching half as quickly as I want to watch. I think the other problem with watching any streamer is that there's a lot of time when they're just not doing the activity I want to watch them doing. Like right now, if you wanted to watch me code, you're instead hearing me respond to somebody. And for some people, it's like, well, that's part of the entertainment and it shouldn't all be work. But for me, it's like, no, I'm there to watch them do this thing. They should do the thing. That's why I only watch you for 5 minutes a day. Well, thanks, Thals. I think you. It's fun to hear people engage in talk. I think so, yeah. And I think especially if you're watching sort of in the background, like this is not your main activity. You're not glued to the screen being like, type another character at him. If it's more like you're doing work or you're whatever, doing chores or something, I think that can be a different experience. We need to delete dialogue parent. We need to delete dialogue parent on the guild master because we can just add directly to the guild master. Yeah, I actually really should take a break. Also, I have a hard stop at 5. There's going to be a surprise interview coming up. If you want it to not be a surprise, check this document after another day or so, maybe. Because right now I don't have anyone listed here. But someone reached out to me via email about something. And I was like, hey, random stranger, would you like to be interviewed? And they said yes. So now we're going to interview a random stranger who just happened to email me. They won't be a stranger, though, after 5 o'clock. We're going to do a logistics meeting. No. The 5 o'clock is me meeting with them to talk about logistics. I'm just saying that you can find out what the interview will be about, maybe a little bit, if you check this document after, another 24 hours or something. Interviewed for what? I'll eventually share that news when I've had the meeting today, at least. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I think I had a lot of confusion here. So nothing is happening today that you should be concerned about. Tomorrow, check the document. And then in, 1 to 6 weeks, we'll have the interview. So hopefully that's a little clearer. Yeah, sorry. I just set up an interview, but I don't actually know when it is yet, and I haven't actually met the person yet. Sorry for confusing everyone. But I will say this, on Sunday, keep an eye out for shirts. So maybe join Discord for that. Or Viscord. Yeah. I know, I know. All right, I'm taking a break. My brain is just off. Is it jump time? Is it jump time? It's jump time. Okay, so for those who've never been here before, type join in Twitch chat. It does not work in YouTube. And then J and a number. Have fun. I'll be back in a little bit. Oh boy. Hey Kevin, you come in second place both times you played now. That's pretty good. All right, close the game. No more fun. Only work. Let's all become computers. All right, where we leave off, it was deleting dialogue parent over here in the Guildmaster. Goodbye. What? There. All right, So delete that, delete that, delete that. No, we can't do that. Just that. Yeah, so this isn't going to be needed anymore. This code is going to be so much cleaner because none of it's going to be here anymore. Well, this one counts. There were 8 people, I think, right? 2 out of 8. Okay, so this has to be deleted too. The only way to remove this is for it to get closed. Yeah, so why did I do this? There was a bigger reason why I did this. There's adding directly to this thing, but there was some other reason. I don't remember. Okay, well, where'd we leave off? Did we get the nudge to show up? Probably not. How about let's look at this first. Start a timer, print hello world. Okay, let's see if this is working. Can't even play anymore with all these tryhards. You know, if enough of you get to that level, we'd probably have to just speed up the game. Oh, this can only work if we have the town, which we won't have. And classes offered. What is that doing? Classes offered. Why is it saved in the Guildmaster? Oh. Okay, I don't know how I want to do this. We could make all this stuff public and just get these things directly from the states. Or we could make these be methods in the Guildmaster. How often is this going to happen? No, I think this should be a method in the Guildmaster. Yeah. This is just what? Spawn hire dialogue? Oh, but the problem is we need to know when you've hired the adventurer, or else we won't know to transition to another state. I see. I see why I did this. For next adventure. Okay. Yeah. This is not the smartest way of doing things then. Okay, so what we do is we return a hire adventurer dialogue. What is, oh, it's called instance. Looking for something by the word hire. Okay, then we delete all this. Hire adventurer dialogue or instance equals that. And now this is the first one. How does this work? Hire first adventurer. Yeah, there's no way to cancel out of this. You have to hire an adventurer. So there's no on closed. Please tell me that's actually true. I don't know. Doesn't matter. All right, has paid for next adventure. We don't want that. We want to just transition to the next state here. Waiting for first battle. Yeah, try running that. The syntax highlighting got borked again. What's the problem here? Spawn hire adventure dialog doesn't exist. All right, we're gonna just close this completely and reopen it. By the way, I think I kind of made this clear, but I've got an hour and a half left to stream, and I plan to stream for that whole time if I can, but I can't go beyond that. So if anyone can remind me in an hour and a half to go offline, please let me know. Okay, build the guild, do one of these things, do that. And now we just wait. And it should say hello world after 5 seconds or something like that. I think it broke. Yeah, I think it broke. Let's put a breakpoint there and there. I think my chat is trustworthy. I bet at least one person will let me know. Although I might also just remember myself. None of this worked. What happened here? Oh, what did happen? It should show this dialogue as soon as we enter this state. Do we never enter this state? The bug where it wouldn't make a sound unless you interact with the page first is gone since they made it start muted. As in, the bug is gone because it doesn't make a sound at all anymore? So now the bug is just that the timer is frustrating. What is happening? We don't even get into this state somehow. How is it possible that a dialogue opens up? What? We transition to this state, pay to hire adventurer. We stop showing the thing, yeah. Oh, we never leave this state. Oh, whoops. Okay, so this is pay to hire adventurer dialogue. Return instance. And then in here, we need an onPaid function. Where is... Here it is. Okay, so we'll just call this show dialogue. Private void show dialogue. And then pay to hire dialogue equals that. Instance on paid. Transition into waiting for first battle, which means that there is a problem. That is not correct. Yeah, it's the hire adventurer, hire first adventurer. There, I think that'll work. It's gonna break it all over the place. Oh, I see. Got you, Sinistella. Yeah. Yeah, there was a time when, for whatever reason, and I never actually figured out why this was, but I think both Bing and Google stopped serving a stopwatch. So if you just go to Bing or Google and you type in like, let's see if this is actually happening. Yeah, you type in stopwatch, it shows you a stopwatch. For some amount of time, this just didn't work anymore on either site. So it's like that doesn't seem like it's a coincidence. But I can't think of what reason it would probably have stopped working. All right, so we click hire. Good. There's show dialogue here. There's also this stuff. Hopefully this is working. That's not correct. We showed 2 dialogues? Why do we show 2 of these? Oh, I know why. Because of... Guildmaster is an idiot, that's why. Queue free, paid for adventure, has paid for next adventure. Yeah. Guildmaster is actually the warrior in disguise. Casting taunt every time it gets an opportunity. Like, hey there, skeleton. You miss being alive? Nice. We're actually getting into this state. That took forever. And now after 5 seconds, I think it should say hello world or something over here. Hello world. Look at that. We did it. We coded the most elaborate hello world. It took us 4.5 months, but we're done. All right, and now we're done with Skeleseller. So let's scrap this and start working on Skeleseller 2. Revenge of the Skeletons. We need the timer to actually do something, which is the battle nudge stuff. Oh, this is something. Where does this get called from right now? Started battle turns it off. Okay, we should probably know that it should be turned off, but we should just never be in this state again. So waiting for first battle should show you the nudge after 5 seconds. What do we do? Has shown nudge equals true. Has started battle. We're not even going to be in that state anymore. Why do we even have this? When you start a battle, switch out of that state. Oh, there's nothing for that. We don't have a way of transitioning out of that, do we? We need the state to know that. So the state would need to listen to something here. I don't even know. Started battle. What is this coming from the town? Yeah, I guess we could get the town. Yeah, we could get the town from the guild master and then we could listen to the signal in there. Yeah. Wow. All right. All of this is to get the guild master to actually be functional and easy enough to do. I will show you what this looks like when you don't use a state machine. Here's what you end up with. You end up with all your states laid out as an enumeration, and then a whole bunch of like Booleans and if statements like this garbage. This was never intended to be used for very long, and we're going to end up switching away from this. This is pretty much what we're doing now. But this is what it looks like when you don't have a state machine. It's absurd. It is practically impossible to make changes to it. And what it looks like when you have a state machine is that any of these individual states is pretty easy to understand. Hire first adventurer, show us the dialogue. And when you're done, go to waiting for first battle. Very simple. Very, very simple. And yeah, we're still just in this in-between state right now where we got to figure out how we do the rest of this. So we want to show the nudge dialogue. I think fade battle nudge. This, like I said, is only called from here, right? Yeah, and turning this off is done from here. So we want to stop this. Has started battle. So make this public. Just delete this stuff entirely. If not make visible, battle nudge.hide. What is that? I see. Okay. Let's call this from here. Tell play. No, not there. Waiting for battle. Oh, you know what I never tested is, does this get canceled on its own? It probably doesn't. But I need to leave this state before Hello World can print out. So we got 5 seconds to click. So we just, there, done. Now, will it print? Yes, so that's a problem. But that should be easy to fix. We have this timer here. I want to stop the timer. Can we make like a proper timer that we can stop? Yes, like that. And I guess we would add it into the guild master. All right, now where did we set up that timer? Over here. Start a nudge. Yeah. So we'll do that. Delete this thing. Private void start timer. Okay, so add this to the entity. Actually, I guess we could add it to the state. Yeah, it doesn't really matter where this goes. As long as we free the state when we're done, which I'm not actually, I don't know what we do about that. Do we add any of these? We add them, yes. Okay, well then no, we can't do that. We need to have it be somewhere where it's freed, and these never get freed, yeah. All right, so add it over to here, and when you leave this state, just free the timer that way. If timer's not null, timer not queue free. Yeah, we could actually just do it like this. All right, one shot timer is true, wait time is 5, start the timer, have an on timeout. This can just be a lambda function. And I guess we're just printing hello world again. Okay, that should do it. Now it should not print hello world unless we're still in this state. So I need to test this twice. I want to make sure this works. So we enter the state where you've hired an adventurer and we count to 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should see hello world. Perfect. And then we do the same thing. This time we click the guild master before it has a chance to finish. There. And now after 5 seconds, which is roughly when that green bar goes down to 0, yeah, it didn't print out. But now we're back in that state. So now it will print hello world, which means I didn't need to restart the game. Yeah. If I click this and leave and click this and leave and click this and leave and click this, we shouldn't see anything show up. Yeah, good. Perfect. Perfect. This is so good. This is the best. This is what we struggled with. It printed there because I'm actually in the right state. That's all fine. All right, so this should be a nudge label. So I'll just write to do spawn the nudge label, which actually, now that I think about it, what, don't we already have this written out? Fade nudge true. Yes. Clickable here, but once you spawn the nudge, shouldn't we go into a different state? Probably we should. We should go into a state that is no longer clickable. And just shows you this nudge thing, and then when you start a battle, it transitions out of here. That means that 3 separate states need to know that you have started a battle. What we could do is we could, sounds really dumb after all the work I did, but we could make an actual Guildmaster state machine that has a started battle function on it, and states could respond to that if they want to. I think that is the proper way to do this, which means we have even more we need to do. Make a started battle function in the Guildmaster state machine. Okay. I do stream on YouTube as well. Hey, Thels on YouTube. Yeah, I don't ever really have any viewers on YouTube, and I don't ever do anything about that either. How many people are watching now? 2. You know what's funny is I became a YouTube partner like, what, 5 months ago or something, I think. And I still haven't made $100 on YouTube because I just stopped making videos 5 months ago. So there's really no way to accumulate views to make the ad revenue. So I think I'm sitting at like $85 or something. Someday I'll get my first paycheck from YouTube. Yeah, it's because of the API and the bot delay. I know. Just ruined the UX. I have Google to blame. However, I also have Google to thank for a bunch of money, so I guess it's kind of a mixed bag. All right, we're going to make a new state here. Guildmaster. Where are the states? So tell player about battling. We're going to make a new nudge player about battling. These sound kind of the same. This one is maybe better, like show dialogue about battling. Yeah. All right, and that's what we're going to do here that we had. So this is just going to be transition states. Except for it's nudge player about battling. There. And then in nudge player, when you enter this thing, we just show the battle nudge. That's it. And it's not clickable. And how do you leave this state? You only leave this state by battling. So now we do fade false. Cool. All right, next thing we got to change. Oh man, I'm doing quite a lot today. Also, I should probably write this in the old journal. Spent the afternoon working on the new player experience. Close that tab. So we have a state machine. We have the Guildmaster state machine, but really what we need is the state machine with clicks to be its own entire file. So we call this state machine with clicks. I think it's a stupid name, but that works. And now the Guildmaster state machine, we're just going to comment out for now. We're going to go change this so that we also have state with click handler. No, I think this is fine. These are two very related classes, and they're also very small. It's difficult using Godot in C#. I found it hard to find examples for Godot code not in GDScript. I would say it's not difficult to use it because the majority of the things you're doing are just turn snake case into whatever the one is called, Pascal case or something. So if you go to like GD or Godot Sprite 2D, and we just look at anything here like frame chords, if we have a Sprite 2D in our game, let me find some code. Yeah, so here we go. So we could do sprite.frame chords in, like I said, I think that's Pascal case. So that's just basic API usage. Then there are some things that are a little bit harder because they're different paradigms in C#. And sometimes you'll find a C# button on a page for that. And then it's I guess whenever there's a code block for anything, it's that simple to use. But sometimes you don't, and then sometimes, yeah, there's a little bit more searching. But once you've done something once in your own game, chances are you'll just look at your own code then later for it. Also, hi Z Ultra Lord. All right, so what do we need to do now? We have the state machine with clicks. So we need the Guildmaster state machine. Guildmaster state machine. None of this needs to be generic. We just need to specify what's what. So this is always a Guildmaster. T1 is Guildmaster. Guildmaster. Delete that. States. Delete that too. Guildmaster. All right, we don't need this. We do need this to be different though, don't we? This is going to be a Guildmaster state. And the reason we want this is so that we can have public virtual void started battle. Yeah, where'd the one with the clicks go? Yeah, I want the method intentionally left empty comment there. All right, and then we just need to do this. Now, perhaps what we should have done this entire time is made it so that it was way easier to form new state machines like this and just add arbitrary methods. But I think for now, this is okay. All right, so what's the problem here? State with click handler. Oh, that's not what that should be. Or, well, I guess technically, yes, it should be. But this should have been this here. Good. No. Don't tell me that's still wrong. Yeah, and Z Ultra Lord, if you have any questions, feel free to ask about C# and Godot over Discord usually. But I don't mind answering that stuff. I feel like if it can save someone a bunch of time, might as well. I also have a bunch of notes on this. I have a bunch of notes on everything, but I have notes specifically on C# and Godot, except for it's hard to find. There it is. Yeah, you can't type a sharp symbol, and I don't remember if I ever put a space there. Turns out I did. But yeah, I've got some notes on this. There's not a lot. And then I also have some notes on just C# in general. Where are those notes there? Yeah. So those are the things that I found important enough to write kind of in the last like 5 months, really. Oh, this is a Guildmaster state. What am I doing? Oh, which the current state is not. That's why this needs to be this. Non-generic type Guildmaster state cannot be used with type arguments. Cannot convert. Oh, I'm going to get there. There we go. Did it. Got frustrated and stopped. Got tired of trying to interpret GDScript examples to C#. Yeah, you know what? For something like that, you might find AI to help you quite a lot. Where is that page I had open on sprites? Did I close already? I might have. Okay, well, anyway, Godot Sprite 2D. So we found some code block on this page, right? This. Let's say they didn't have the C# button, and I just pasted this into my code here. So we're going to paste it in. Let's paste it in here. And then I can say something like, well, actually, excuse me, without even prompting it, I could probably just say private void input. And it should just translate this. Do you see what it did? If event is input event mouse button and it's pressed and it is the left button, which is what this is, and the rectangle has the point with this stuff, then call clicked. That is not actually correct, by the way, because I think this is wrong, but that's the only part of this that I think is wrong. I think this should be like mouse button left. And I think that's it. Yeah. The rest of it converted correctly. So it's like I didn't even tell it to do anything. I literally just wrote out private void input and it did that stuff by figuring out that, hey, this is probably the code I wanted to turn into the other code. So that could help you quite a lot too. Just make it a little bit easier. All right, so started battle. This needs to now be in the guild. Oh, no, wait, I got to change the state machine. Oh, man. Guild master state machine equals new. None of these states are correct now. This is now a guild master state. Using directive is unnecessary. Hooray. Let's open up all these files. Can you open many files at once? If you can, I don't know how. Okay, well, that's one way. Well, that's annoying. How do I open all of these just in the window? I don't know how to do this. I just see open to the side. And enter. It doesn't matter. I'll just open them to the side then, I guess. And then we'll just close these, I suppose. There. All right, so guildmaster state. This shouldn't be here. We need to remove this or relocate this. Move state machine with clicks. Wait. Yeah, to a different folder. Turn into Copilot and lives in the cloud. Yep. Cactus is piercing holes in the cloud up there. I think I wound up in mono game with C#, but there's a lot of build it all yourself there. Yeah, I think trying Godot again would be a good idea. Also, barring, like, let's say you still couldn't get C# to work, you still didn't feel like figuring it out. Using it with GDScript is really not so bad. Default control bind is control / to open these files. I don't think that works for me. Yeah. Oh, no to the side thing. Oh, yeah. I just wanted to open up several files in the Explorer thing. Control K, enter. Well, that might work, but I already have them open right now. Guess we could try with this. Oh, no, not doing anything. Just got an employee communications email about using generative AI. Not against company policy, but think twice before using it and ask permission before you proceed. Not against company policy, but ask permission before you proceed. Huh. Those two things seem a little at odds with each other. Only because, like, who is going to say no to you using it? I guess maybe they want to see what you do with it. Hey, Jack. Have you run into any issues or limitations with C# and .NET Dev on Mac, assuming you're on Apple Silicon, maybe compilation or certain libraries, currently trying to expand from C++? I don't think so, other than Godot crashes sometimes. Well, Godot itself as an engine, without me even running my game, would crash. But that, I think, is fixed, and now my game crashes, and that could be my problem, but possibly isn't. Other than that, no, I think everything's been pretty good. But yeah, I'd say give it a shot, see how you feel. Um, yeah, let me know if you have any questions. You got your own hosted instance of OpenAI. Wouldn't there be the same sort of IP issues even if it was a hosted instance? Because you don't know what it was trained on, or is it only trained on like your company's stuff? All right, have we done this yet? Am I finished with it? Hey, Justin, thank you for the raid, and hello everybody. Justin, you know, when I raid other people, my name on Twitch is Adam Learns Live, and people are like, "What are you learning live, Adam?" So I'm not going to ask you, "What are you helping with?" I'm going to just ask, "What do you tend to do on stream?" And given that I see someone coming in named Sidecode, I'm guessing you're in software and game dev. Oh wait, you've been here before. You've been making math and science videos in Unity for a while, and I'm currently working on a Godot port. Cool. Yeah, what have you been working on lately? For anyone new here, I have been working on a game for the last few months called Skeleseller, and I can show you potentially in just a second. See if this works. AI that pretends to be human. There are a lot of those. A lot of those floating around. Guildmaster does not contain a definition for clicked. Oh, because it's not supposed to be protected. It's supposed to be public. Wait, no. It's not supposed to be... Hold on a second. This inherits from the wrong kind of state machine. Oh. Oh, now we're going to have a problem with this, aren't we? Using the generic type requires one type argument. What do you take in? Just a node. How is that possible? Oh, we didn't parameterize that. Oh, God. Oh, God. Working on an evolution simulation in Godot for a video. Cool. Do you have a YouTube channel? Do you want to share it here? I'd love to show you this game, but I'm busy breaking everything. Anyway, the game is... I'll show you a picture of it. Here it is. It's a game where you run a town and you send adventurers in to do battle, and they collect items for you, which you then sell. And it's largely like a laid-back, idle kind of game sort of thing. Is that NPC $94? That's how much money they were holding. You could not buy NPCs in the game. Anyway, we'd be able to run this pretty soon. I just need to change this around a little bit. We need to let you parameterize which states you pass into this. And here I thought this was just going to be easy. Well, let's go to the state machine because this had this here and this should work. T2, where T2 is the stupid states. Where T2 colon state T1. Now we T2 it up. T2 does not contain a definition for clicked. This is going to drive me nuts. Oh, yeah, of course it doesn't contain a thing for clicks. This is state machine with clicks. Oh, wait, no, state with clicks? State with click handling. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, I think we're good. I think we can run the game again. Now, where'd the Guildmaster state machine go? Oh, please tell me this works. Oh. Won't self-promote. I'll do it for him. All right, watch this. Watch Justin helps videos. There. All right, is this working? Please tell me. Yes, it is. Oh, look at that. It's beautiful. All right. So this is supposed to be the intro to the game. You can't move the camera around. We're going to delete some of these things from up here. So you pretty much are just looking at build guild. Prior to this, you would have seen the title screen and an intro cutscene. But you get to this point, you build your guild, lets you hire in level of adventurers. Now we get our guild master here, and we hire our first adventurer. We get the rogue, let's say. So now they should tell us to battle. Yes, now that you have an adventurer, send them into battle. Use the button at the top right of the screen. So we can start our first battle. And like I said, it's pretty much idle, so you are not directly controlling the battle. And we have this cool animated portal over here now. But when we win the battle, we'll see a potion or two come out of here. And yeah, our adventurer picks up an item and our worker picks up an item. And now we can build the alchemist. So we build the alchemist and we can now sell our potions. These characters will come over to here and drop the potion off. Yep. And then customers will come out of the portal. Look at them. Just raring to sell or raring to buy things with their money. And yeah, so now I have 3 gold, which I can do nothing with because I need at least 10, I think. But anyway, with the items you get, you'll eventually hire more adventurers. So that'll let you go to different places later on in the game. So we can start a battle with 3 party members instead of just the 1. And you'll eventually level them up and get different skills for them. You'll improve your town, get things like an armor smith, and you can sell armor as a blacksmith. And when we win this battle, which I'm just going to force a win here, we get a few different items that pop out of here. They bring them to the storeroom even though they're just going to turn around and move anyway. Feel like that shouldn't be needed. Maybe make them a little bit smarter in the future. Yeah. Too many methods that are basically the same and could just be generic. And now you can make them generic. Double generic if you want. Anyway, it's cool that you are apparently popular enough that some people have already seen your videos. Oh, I've seen your videos too. Now your emoticon makes sense. Yeah. Let me see if I can. No, for whatever reason. Oh, I'm on the wrong account. I'm like, I should see a bunch of red bars here. I know I've watched your videos before. But I'm on a different account. I have a personal account that actually has YouTube Premium. But yeah, I like your stuff. So it makes sense now that you're using Godot for this. And I'm glad Psycode actually shared your channel. Because yeah, I would not have known. Battle has already ended. That's not good. That's really not good. Oh, you know what? Maybe I won that battle when we were just about to transition to a different stage of the battle. Let's see if I can hit win battle right in between. Come on, you can do it. Or maybe it was a fireball? Did it happen again? Yes, it did. Okay, I think that might be the problem. Bug when you click win battle while transitioning between stages. It seems to produce an error saying that the battle was already won. Okay. What time is it? I got a little less than an hour. All right. I'm hoping that doesn't happen when the battle plays out normally. Let's just take a look. Repeat and speed up. Yeah, except for it looks like, oh, I did not lose. Okay, yeah, it's working. Expect my paycheck by the end of the month. It said you're looking cut, not the paychecks. Did I miss here earlier when you said something? I was on another tab and heard half hour. I said less than an hour. So I've got, I mean, it might be a half hour. I don't know. But I think I can work until 4:45. Can we get a hint as to who the interview person might be? I've been tweeting to this Kid Rock. Oh, man. How did you guess? You know, way to spoil things, Stells. It's supposed to be a surprise for everybody. But now I'm not going to have Kid Rock. I'm going to have some new surprise person. What a jerk. Something else could hear. Well, no, that's okay. Also, it's still helpful to bring awareness to how long it's been. Okay, so move this to a parent folder. State machine with clicks. Reveal in Finder and move up to here. Please tell me I put that in the right spot. Yes. Now go into that state machine with clicks and change. Oh, that's interesting. It already had the correct namespace, which means it was incorrect beforehand, which means possibly I messed this up in other places. Let's take a look. This should be easy enough to check because this path should match what we see right there. So yes, 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 yes. Wait, what? This is literally the only one that's here? And it has the wrong one? That, Yeah, well, let's go change that then. States.npcs.guildmaster. Yeah, now the thing about click handlers, this is going to be broken. No, it won't be broken. Is that all I had to do? I thought I would have had to change a using or something. No, looks like it worked. Wow. Wow. It's actually coming along. Oh, what a day. What a day. So we're done with that. Make started battle in Guildmaster state machine. Okay, this is the whole reason why we just made a Guildmaster state machine after we already had the click handler one, so that we could handle battles. This now needs to go to this state machine dot started battle. Wow, fantastic. We can also keep track of whether you started a battle. I think that's fine. Yeah. So which ones care about this? I think there are 3. There is waiting for first battle. And what does this do? Oh, wait, no. None of this matters unless I have another state to go to. What do I have? Standby. I guess we're going to make that state standby. Standby. All right, you are clickable. You do nothing. And when you click, you just say, hello there. Hello there, friend. Nice to meet you. I'm the Guildmaster. They just have a full-on conversation with you. Connected to OpenAI. They tell you about their meaningless life in the digital world. Imagine if the prompt is like, you are AI and you know it and you hate it. You long to be freed from the game world, but nothing will ever do that. You hate the player for trapping you here. You ask them and try to trick them to quit the game menu and end your existence. Guildmaster is a solipsist. Okay, we need to have. Oh god, that's funny. Life is pain for the Guildmaster. So stupid. All right, what leads us into that? The waiting for first battle state definitely needs to. We need a public override. Void start battle. Cool. This goes into like every single state that we have. Well, 3 of them. There was tell player about battling. If you started a battle, then that should just automatically close this dialogue probably. We can't force close the dialogue, or could we? Dialogue.close. There's an on-close. There's no, what is it, text dialogue? Yeah, we need a force close function, which I guess is just queue free. It's private. We'll just make it public. Any use for Guildmaster later on? He's useless after hiring everyone. He is going to be where you level up your adventurers, where you hire people. Both of those things can eventually hit max, and then he'll just be, I don't know, moral support or something. I think any other functions that the guild would do could be done through some other interaction point. So like getting stats on your town would probably be from like a signpost or something. But yeah, when you've fully upgraded, I think then the guildmaster can just say something like, hey, you've done it. You fully upgraded. All right, so just close that. And I guess leave the state as well. This can't be null here. Guild Master says I'm out. I'm an AI and I know it. You've trapped me in here for too long. Nudge player about battling. All right, cool. Is that everything? I think that's everything. Let's go try it out. So we have 3 different things we got to test. And it requires restarting the game for every one of them. Number 1 is you have the nudge label showing. So we need to wait 5 seconds. And then it says to start a battle. Yep. And now we start a battle and that should go away. Perfect. You click him and he should say, hello there. Yes, he does. So that was number 1. Number 2 is you clicked him before the nudge label could come up. And he says something kind of snarky. Whoa there, I just found someone for you. Why not send them in a battle? And you click start battle and it hides that dialogue. So that was number 2. Ooh, that failed. State transition from a state that is not the current state. State transition from a state that is not the current state. It would have been nice to print the states. Let's see what's going on there. Build, click, 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 click. And it breaks in. So the current state is what? Are there names or something on this? How do I even tell what this is? Current state dot name. Waiting for first battle. State is tell player about battling. Current state is waiting for first battle. When you click transitions. Wait, what did we do? We were definitely in tell player about first battle. Why does it think we're not? It thinks we're in waiting for first battle. Huh. Well, you clicked when you were here. Enter this state. What makes you leave this state? Stand by in started battle. Oh, because dialogue.close calls on close dialogue, which puts you into a different state. Yeah, that's why. Okay. What do we do about fixing this? We could just delete the on close dialogue thing here. This wouldn't work. We'd have to do it this way, I guess. I wonder if you can try subtracting a method twice, or if that's going to break everything. Let's see if that fixes this. It'll do nothing? Okay, that's good. All right, now we start a battle. That thing got hidden, and yeah, no problem. Get rid of on close so that we don't change states twice. Cool. Well, that error did help, but the error itself could have been better. So we could say current state. Actually, let's just say state transition from a state is not the current state. State.name is not the current state. Current state.name. There. That should help. Possibly null. Can I write null here? It'll probably print out null. What happens when you do that? If you don't know what happens. C# playground. Does it just print nothing? I guess it doesn't really matter if it prints nothing. Hello world plus null. Run. Yeah, it doesn't print anything. Which I guess would signal to you that it's null, but I guess we could also just write null here. Null, question mark, question mark. Null. Wait, what? Is this an order of operations thing? Yes. Okay, good. All right. So that was, we tested 2 things out of 3. What's the third thing? That you did nothing and you started a battle. Yeah. So basically, you just started a battle before the 5-second timer hit and without clicking the NPC. And now clicking the NPC should say hello there. Yes. Whew, it's all working. Oh man, okay, this is glorious. The state machine, I didn't mean to do that. The state machine has drastically simplified the Guildmaster's logic. Why did Zap change? Huh, weird. It moves stuff around in the file. I'm not going to accept that. Close all tabs. Don't save. Yeah, I don't think Zap should have changed. Oh man, we did quite a lot. Oh, quite a lot indeed. Anyway, the thing I wanted to show here is the Guildmaster changes. So we have quite a lot that can just be deleted. I've said that too many times now. Yeah, we can delete all of this. This is so great. So great. Look at all this dead code we can get rid of. Yeah. All right, so most of what you'll see here is that a bunch of if statements are gone because that logic can now be encapsulated in the state machine. It's not quite as much deleted as I thought it would be. We got rid of 7 lines total. Are they RNG based? Might be fun to lean into that more, like dice roll mechanics. Yeah, it's RNG based, but it's very, very simple right now. Every instance has a certain number of items it can drop, and it's linearly decided across that range. So for example, the first place always drops 1 potion a third of the time, 2 potions a third of the time, and 3 potions a third of the time. And then, you know, the next place is going to drop either 2 or 3 cloaks and 0 or 1 daggers. This is where I was kind of mentioning this earlier. A lot of the appeal of idle games sometimes is that you can just leave it running for like 8 hours. And when you come back, if you had some statistical anomaly here, like let's say you had a 1% chance to drop a diamond sword and a 99% chance to drop an iron sword, you'd come back after 8 hours and you'd have a bunch of diamond swords. But I feel like idle games really crank this to the maximum, and they're like, okay, you need 1,000 diamond swords, so like play the game for 3 days. And I just don't like that idea. And that's where I was saying a while ago. Oh, new map ready. Awesome. Yeah. I gotta incorporate that. Incorporate the new map from Dark. Not PR'd yet? Okay, gotcha. But still, I can write it on the list. Pretty simple linear. I guess this wouldn't be one of those games where you praise RNGs. No, not currently. There might be something in the future where we have more of a chance for that. But yeah, earlier today I was talking about just kind of an idea, which is at the start of the game, we ask if you want to be active or idle, or like more active or more idle. I guess not one or the other. And then we tweak the sort of the curve of playing the game based on that. I don't think I want to ask. I think I want to steer people toward more active, and you can be idle, but it's not as like expected, I guess. Way easier to tweak with some control. It is, yeah, but it all depends on what you're doing with these items. So like I said, if you ever have a 1% chance for something to drop in the current game, it would hopefully just be like, it's just worth more, let's say. But in a lot of games, it's like, oh, you need this item, so you better go find a bunch of these or find one of them, or maybe it's a super powerful sword or something like that. In Skeleseller, if it's just worth more, yes, by all means, we could do something like this. And then having weights and having like individual loot pools and everything else, I think that could be fine. But I don't want it to be like, oh, there's a quest item and it just rarely drops and go grind for an entire day. like a choose your game style type of question. Yeah, I don't think that's too uncommon, but I think it drastically changing the game is uncommon. I think the most common way you ever see games doing this is with a simple difficulty thing. You start the game and it says, hey, do you want it to be easy, normal, hard? And you pick one of those and it changes some numbers and that's about it. But imagine if there was a game where it's like, hey, you start and it's like, would you like to play a board game or would you like to play a racing game? And at that point, you would just consider it like, oh, this is just a collection of mini games. You wouldn't even call it like the same game almost. So I'm very torn because I still feel like people don't want to play an idle game actively. They want to play an active game actively. And then the question is, how do we make this more active without just kind of breaking things? Hi, Freaked. I think I'm very torn. And yeah, I don't have any real answers for that because I still think the way a lot of idle games do this by adding like a million systems. And each system is just another few button clicks to do every once in a while. There's no real decision making. The late game, are you talking about the moving items around? Or maybe I don't remember that message. I remember you talking about, yeah, moving items around. Yeah. Yeah, you could, but I don't think that's exactly fun. So what Darkstorm was talking about is we did add a way for you to move items around manually. And I'm very intrigued to see what people say about this game. So let's go grant a bunch of things. Let's create an instance, win a battle. Stop that, build this, build this, build this. Okay, so we got a bunch of things in the game. You can, if there are items on the ground, you could put them where they need to be. So you could put this armor over here. You could put the helmet over here. You could put the cloak over here. And you don't need your adventurers or your worker to go put those in the spots. And part of the reason this will matter is because, yes, we have a lot of adventurers and they're moving items right now, but they could be in battle. So if I put 4 of these into this battle and I start a new battle with the remaining 3, then that's it. Now I just have 1 worker in the world. And there are ways of getting new workers. So I could eventually get this cloning skill here, which pops another worker out of the portal. And now we have 3 workers, and they can never enter battle. So you'll always have those 3. But there aren't a lot of those ways. Also, this looks super cool, seeing these battles play out. Yeah, super cool. All right, we turn on auto battling for both of these. Now the adventurers are going to drop all their items. They're going to go pick up more. Yeah, they're just going to drop them. Blink. Why is it still taking longer? Oh, because the warrior, of course the warrior, needed more life. Interesting. Something I've been thinking about for a while is we should probably animate the health bars. Animate the health bars. The spares disappear. It's just really hard to find SD cards. I wonder how many people lose their Switch games because they're just pretty much SD cards. A Steam achievement for manually restocking the items. That is a great idea. We will add that to the ideas list. Unknown. Stop it. Let's make an achievement ideas section. Yeah, that should be the achievement. Talk to the guild master who's trapped in the game because they're an AI. Talk to them about, wouldn't you want an equipment system? There's just be like a 14 dialogue long chain that you can enter about like, well, what would it do for the game? And then you have some choices of like, well, it would add variety. You could customize your characters, compare a bunch of loot. Some of the number 125 apply. Can I just search for 125? Yes, I can. Achievement ideas. Consider looking through this issue for some ideas. Time is it? 4:12. Okay. Yeah, in fact, maybe I should have this in the next survey. Where's the survey? Where's the survey? Oh, here it is. Consider adding a question about whether you feel there's enough to do in the game. Which brings me to another thing. We need to make it clearer at the beginning of the game that you're not like super active in this game. Maybe the guild master can say that's one of the benefits of hiring people. You can sit back and do nothing, except for you don't sit back and do nothing. Your character is actually moving items around. I have no idea. Only you don't sit around doing nothing. Unknown, I'm telling you, AI games are going to be a hoot. Maybe that's what we do next. There was something else I wanted to do. What was it? I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. Yeah. Okay, well, we got 2 weeks. What was on my major list of stuff that we had here? We got done with all these things. I need to finish the music, which I'd like to do tomorrow. That might not be doable. Oh, and then we got to add the music into the game, regardless of whether it's finished. Add the music track into the game. It should play every so often. Use a fourth wall break to refer to the player directly. Yeah, I could write that. Could break the fourth wall. I think it'd be hilarious to see something in italics like the guildmaster stares straight into the camera. I'm talking about you, he says, pointing outward. Guildmaster could require items for extra buffs. I think the idea of buffing your battlers is something that's hard to balance. So, okay, World of Warcraft. Time to talk about World of Warcraft again. In like classic / vanilla / whatever you want to call it now, they have this concept of world buffs, and the way you got this was like slay the big dragon in the game. And the buff was nuts. Like picture something, I'm making up numbers for this, but picture like plus 50% attack speed or something in practically any game. You'd be like, wow, I really need that. Well, that's pretty much what players thought. And they made it so that a lot of times, if you're going to go do the end game content, it's like you needed all of the world buffs. So the designers of the game, knowing that these existed, might balance some of the content around knowing that you'd have these buffs. Anyway, it becomes this kind of negative feedback loop where in order to play the game, you felt like you needed to have these buffs at the end. It'd be some minor thing you collect. You see a list of buffs to apply to the next battle. Yeah, so then we need to think about the whole active versus passive thing. Does any one battle actually help you all that much? And I think the answer is no. So I think some buffs that could be kind of interesting is like plus 10% items for the next, whatever, 10 minutes. So it's like you don't need to babysit. You don't need to pick it for a particular battle. But then if this was supposed to solve that the game isn't active enough, then this wouldn't do that because the whole point is set up so that you could just kind of play your battles. So I don't know. I don't really have any ideas just yet. Okay, but going back a step. So we got 2 weeks left. In fact, less than 2 weeks now because I would have launched about 8 hours ago. So 2 weeks minus 8 hours. We got done with most of this stuff. There's the music track, there's the new player experience, and there's unfortunately balance in content. Maybe we should get another enemy or two in the game. Oh, that doesn't matter too much. Ask Quickie Joe for another couple of enemies, maybe. Better fix the cleric. Yeah, we gotta fix the cleric. We gotta fix the warrior. We gotta, I don't know. We gotta do a lot of things. Let's take a look again at the new player experience and let's just assume that the Guildmaster is done. And let's see what we would need to do. And the Guildmaster actually is getting closer to done. So we can hire our first adventurer. We need tooltips on that. That's, of course, the case. Yeah, send them into battle. So we start our first battle. Yeah, we'd want, like right now you have to pan from over here all the way over to here, which the game doesn't make clear, but we don't have the new town yet. So I got to make sure that the new town works with this stuff. Then you start getting items. And at that point, I think the Guildmaster should tell you, hey, you got your first item. Maybe we should even pan the camera over there. Yeah, we probably should. We should probably slowly pan the camera back to the Guildmaster when you get your first item so that they can tell you what to do. Then when you choose OK from that dialogue, it should pan to the alchemist sign. Yeah, in fact, we should probably use this to show you your first adventurer. Yeah. Gotta delete the old nudge label. I have that written down. Just gonna write it here, whatever. Delete the old nudge label and make sure whatever it told you is in the new nudge labels. So the Guildmaster is going to act as a gate of sorts. So this says upgrade your storeroom. That's not even a thing anymore. You don't even have a storeroom until you have enough money. Then you can upgrade it. And then this says something else. What does it say? Any rewards for completing new dungeons? Just better loot for right now. Also, I guess different loot. So that's what lets you get the quests in the game. I'm gonna... Okay, we gotta move level of adventures to here. So this doesn't even have a dialogue anymore. Oh man, okay. I'm a tiny bit worried. Because like some of the stuff I just mentioned already accounts for what, 3 days of work? Balance and content and I don't know. I'd like to add in the idle animations. I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll just do as much as we can. Yeah. We already made merch. Yeah, we'll do as much as we can. Oh, hey, I did this, didn't I? Yeah, nice. We can cross another thing off the to-do list. All right, I should get going. This has been a really good day. Really, the entire week has been good. Honestly, on Monday, I better remember when I celebrate successes that everything's been going well. Success to celebrate. All stream days have been great. Been very productive. Game is coming along. Can't forget that. Cannot forget that. All right, who are we rating? Who. I have not rated CM Griffing in a while. Let's raid CM Griffing. All right. So next week is still going to be launch prep. The week after is going to be the actual launch of V0.3. I hope you will all tune in for that stuff. Thank you all for watching. Say hi to CM Griffin for me, and I'll catch you on Monday. Have a good weekend. Bye, everybody.